Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be doing a little bit something different. My nephew's here with his brand new Civic. We're going to be installing an OEM spoiler and front lip on it. So stay tuned. All right, Nicholas, you ready to unbox your kit? All right, let's go ahead and just see what's in this box. Here's the front lip. It's like 2 pounds.
You didn't get a manual?
You try finding it. And little 18-year-olds don't know how to drive manual. Ever driven a manual before, Nicholas? This thing comes with all new clips. It's black. It's not color matched to your car, man.
Product review.
That's how it is. That's how it all comes.
What else is black on this car?
Was it Oblivion Black? What was that called?
Obsidian.
Obsidian, whatever.
Honda Performance Division. All right, let's go ahead and open this one over here. So, Nicholas, how does it feel for your dad to buy your new car?
He bought it?
You?
Halvesies.
Huh? How you?
Halvesies.
What do you mean halvesies?
What do you mean? I paid half of the down payment, and then I paid the monthly payment.
How much is the down payment?
They put down $4,500. I put down the other $4,500.
Where the hell did you find $4,500? You don't even...
And then I pay off $600 monthly.
How long's your loan?
3 years.
I was about to say, it's like $600. That's how much was the car of you?
29.
All right.
Oh, that's good. All right.
So it comes with brand new pumps right here.
I'm surprised they still offer that. If I got the Corolla, whatever, it would have been 0.9.
Yeah, that's the mounting points right there. So
48.
got that Battleship Gray.
Sonic Battleship. Sonic Pearl Gray.
Pearl Gray. There ain't no damn pearl in this.
That's what it's called. Yeah, it's like green.
Oh, it
pieces
is a
of
pearl. A little bit of pearl in there. So it looks like matte gray to me. All right, and here, so we got a template and everything, so we could put this on the car and drill the holes. What is this? I think these are these standoffs? No, or the end plates. Well, it doesn't come with any instructions, so we're gonna have to download them right now or pull them up. Just go ahead and put the template wherever you want and drill some holes, Nicholas. Freaking amateur shit. Go get a screwdriver. We got the left. Those are the mounts, right?
Should be.
What are those? Oh, I think were those the caps? I think
Looks like it.
yeah, this is the caps right here. Oh, these are
Just recycle.
the metal. These are the metal stands right here. All right, so the first thing we did was put the tape down where we're gonna end up drilling. Come on, what kind of freaking taping was this? That was the wrong spot. It's like you guys are amateur. Moving the tape to the right spot now, but this is where we're gonna be drilling. And this trunk's actually composite or plastic, so it's gonna be pretty easy to drill because originally we thought this was metal. All right, so next we want to tape the template down so we don't move it, so just line it up correctly. All right, we kind of jumped the gun on putting that tape. So the first thing they want us to do is replace the pumps on here. It comes with a new set of pumps, so we're gonna pop these off and put them in, so it's pretty easy to do that. So first thing we need to do is pop these off. There's a little C-clip right there, and just pop it off with a small screwdriver. Slide it up right there. All right, and then we'll remove that one and then slide the other one same way. Yep, that's what I'm doing now. You get the parts holder. Just pop it. It just pops right out. This is a ball and socket. Okay, put that one down. So we just snap them in. Well, no, you gotta slide it back. Can you pop them right in? Oh, even easier. Perfect. All right, so we go on the other side and do the same thing. The next thing we need to do is we actually have to drill 4 millimeters into the panel. Luckily, the holes are actually under the thing already, and all you have to do is just drill the composite out. The first thing you want to do is drill a 3 millimeter pilot hole. They tell you to go 4 millimeters deep. So 4 millimeters is just about that much. And then once you get in there, you want to drill the hole the same 4 millimeters into that panel. So that we've already marked it with tape. We probably want to mark that one also. Underneath there, the metal's already templated for our actual Rivnuts. So we'll mark 4 millimeters on here, drill that in for the pilot hole, and then drill the holes out 4 millimeters. All right, so we want to mark the holes with the template and then remove the template so we could drill. So we want to go ahead and drill straight 90 degrees, try not to wobble. There you go. Perfect. So go ahead and get the hole saw now. So now we gotta drill the holes. We gotta be careful because our drill bit's kind of long, so we're not sure if it's gonna penetrate anything, but just move slowly because this is like a plastic.
Nope.
Oh, perfect. We got right into the hole. So we'll go ahead and put the template on this side, do the same thing.
Let's flip it.
Let's flip the template on this side. So the next thing we have to do is pull the rev nuts through. So they look like this right here. They recommend that you use a Honda tool. We just went ahead and just got a regular rev nut tool to pull it with. It's the M6 that fits onto there. If you guys need the same tool, check out the links down in the description. All right, so we're in here. The orientation doesn't matter, so you just put it in there with the tool. Make sure you're square and then squeeze. So we want to make sure we thread it in tightly and then squeeze. There you go. No, we don't want to break it. Yep. Perfect. Yep. So now make sure it's pulled through and you can see the threads. All right, so the next thing we have to do is actually clean out the edges in here using like a pick, because that new grommet that we have to put in here has to squeeze tightly into there. So you actually have to wedge that thing inside underneath the actual panel and the metal. So you have to get that somehow in there. And the only way to do that is to clean that out and then squeeze it in. Because the instructions call for a 35 millimeter hole. We actually cut a like 40 millimeter hole. If you look at that, it's almost 40 millimeters, and this grommet that they give us is more, it's like 45 millimeters. It's like 50 millimeters, so we gotta get that thing into there. So what you wanna do is squeeze it in there foam side down, and if you look on the instructions, it shows you the cross-sectional area has the grommet in between the panels. It's gonna be some work to get this in there. I guarantee you some lazy techs probably won't even do this. This is a pain in the ass to get in there. But once you get it in, you can just take a screwdriver and just kind of work your way around it until it flattens out. All right, we got that first one in. Big pain in the ass. Alright, that last one was a big pain in the ass, but we finally got it to sit perfectly. The other two sat perfect, so we'll go ahead and finish the other side off camera and then we'll get the mount started. So all that cutting leaves some jagged edges on there, so we're just trimming away the little plastic with a razor just to make it clean. All right, we cleaned it as much as we could. Go ahead and wipe it down with some alcohol and get the mount started. So the mount comes with tape already. So what we're gonna do is peel the edge of this, put it on there, and then tuck it through. That way it gets a good, nice seal. What you do is just put the screws in, hand tighten it a little bit, and then peel one edge of the tape, and then pull the cover off once you have your screws set already. That way you don't misplace it. So these screws come with thread lock on them already. So we're gonna just go ahead and peel one corner of this and get it started. You see the back screw is a tight screw and the front ones have adjustment. Right, you want to make sure you get all 3 screws in before you pull the tape, or else you're going to end up misplacing this thing. See that last screw is the one that can't be adjusted. So don't cross thread that one. So we're on the other side, and we're going to be repeating the same steps. Do the bottom one first. That one doesn't have any adjustment. The top 2 have a little bit of a wiggle room. You can hand thread them in, but then you're going to have to use a screwdriver just because of the Loctite. Alright, so I want to wipe the whole edge down with alcohol again to make sure everything's clean after touching it, because the new piece, the cover for it, actually comes on like a spoiler, so it has all that 3M tape right there. So we got to peel each one of those corners over, lay it down till we're good, and then we'll pull it out and then stick it down once we're set. So it goes on like this. So once we make sure that we have the right side, peel the tape back, place it down, make sure you're good and square, and then press it. So you want to peel the 3M tape back to where you can actually reach it later. What they want us to do is just temporarily set this down, and then we don't peel all that tape back until we're ready to set it with the spoiler and everything attached. Once you loosely put it on there, make sure you can see the 4 edges of your 3M tape. That way when you can peel it back later. It's time to lay down the spoiler. So you got 3 studs on this side, and you also have another bolt here. What is this bolt for? Oh, for the cap for the bottom, right? Yeah. We want to clean off everything with alcohol over here on this side, and then on the spoiler side. And then there's a little piece of tape on this side that we have to peel back and just get it ready to stick to this side. So you want to just clean this edge right here, because that's the edge that sticks to there. And then that back edge right here, you want to just clean on this side. Same MO on this one, just peel it back a little bit so we can pull it later once we're ready to set this. So we want to get the 3 studs or 3 nuts screwed into here. It's a really tight fit, so you're going to need a little tiny ratchet to get to it. You should be able to hand thread most of it until you get in there. Yeah, I forgot to peel that piece of tape, so now we gotta reach into there and get it off. So if you move the mount around a little bit, you can reach it with a little pick. Just be careful not to scratch anything. But definitely one of those things you should do before. Now we want to line this up. Just don't make sure you can reach the sticker or the peel. Get that corner in first. So snap all those in, and then we want to peel the rest of the ones onto the body. Got it? Stick onto the spoiler first, and then we're going to do it onto the body. So now that we got everything lined up, you want to just peel this thing slowly off, all 4 pieces, and then press down on it just to make sure it sticks to the trunk. think the last part is to put the cap on, right? The lower cap. That thing snaps onto there, and I think there's a screw that holds it in. A little bit of debadging with some dental floss. Uh-oh. Now we gotta clean up all the 3M tape. Next, we're gonna try to install that lip. We're gonna go ahead and just lift the car up onto the lift and see if we could do it without taking the bumper off. Alright, to install the lips, it's pretty simple. It actually uses 2 clip locations that's already under the bumper here. And then you actually have to drill some holes and then put basically some zip ties through there. The instructions tell you to take the bumper off, but I think you could do it without taking the bumper off, because if you drill it through and then drop the fender lining, you should be able to reach in there and get that zip tie thing in there. So here's the hardware it comes with. You actually have to drill 1 new hole under there to fit that lip on. You reuse a side hole, and then these are those little zip tie looking things that you actually push through. So under here, we're gonna have to drill a hole right about here for the 1 hole. We're gonna reuse the one back here, but then we're gonna have to drill 2 holes on the side here for the zip tie. We could do it without taking the bumper off. We actually just remove this right here, remove a couple screws, and just push this fender lining up and reach our hand back there. All right, so we're in luck. If you go inside the fender lining, you can see that little circle with the X right there. There's one right there, and then there's another one on the lower part that you can get to. And you can just drill from the inside out for the spot to get that zip tie in. So you got that one right here, and there's another one down here, right here, but it's kind of blocked right now by the washer fluid thing, so we might have to just eyeball it and drill it from the outside in. So on this side, we have a problem of the resonator being in the way. So what we're doing is we're actually just taking a needle and trying to puncture it outward so we know where to drill inward at. The other hole is pretty easy to get to, and we could drill from either side, but if you can mark it from this side and drill from the outside in, it'll be better. So you can see right there, we punctured the hole through right there and right there, so we know exactly where to drill. All right, so what we're supposed to do is drill it from a 3mm, 6, 8, and 10. The front of this also has a marking if you had the bumper off, but since we don't, we're just gonna go ahead and do the side first, get the hole, and then just eyeball it and get it in there. This is the 10mm bit, which is a 25/64.
Oh shit.
Is that why they want you to step up?
Oh fuck.
Don't slip, fool. So that's why they want you to step up, because if you go with the big one, then you end up messing that all up. All right, this is why you don't go from a 3mm all the way up to a 10. You just step it up so you don't end up with this little piece right here that gets stuck in there. Go ahead and just clean it out.
I ain't doing shit.
Spin it backwards.
I did.
All right, good enough. All right, so
Should
we'll
we do this one?
no.
The right way?
Then we're gonna do it the right way now. We're just gonna step it. We stepped up to the next bit. So that's what it looks like after you drill it. You just want to clean that up with a razor, and then you should be good. So after this, we're gonna go ahead and just test fit it on here and mark the 1 hole at the bottom that we need to drill. And that one, we're gonna have to do the same thing with stepping it up. So we're gonna just stick it through the holes right there, and then line it up, and then we wanna go under here and then just mark the 1 hole right here. So get the pen, just take a Sharpie, mark the hole, and then we'll drill right in the center of that. good now to install this thing with the 3M tape and getting these things in there. The 3M tape, we just want to peel it back a little bit, get it onto there, and then peel that off once we have all the clips on and everything's ready to go. We want to go in here, get those zip tie things into there. They just push right in and just push there. The lower one's a little bit tight just because of the obstructions. So once we get that in, we want to get the fender lining in. Comes with a push one. The push one goes here, and then the threaded one goes on the back. All right, and that should be good here, and we could pull the tape slowly. You're gonna end up ripping it if you don't. There you go. And then just push it in. And hope no one steals your lip. This side's just like the other side, just a little bit tighter because of the resonator on this side.
I'm a straight killer, rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks. Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, la, 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 la.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us all the way to the end of this video on installing the spoiler and the front lip for this brand new 2022 Honda Civic. If you guys found this video useful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel to stay on top of all my different DIY videos, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, turn on bell notifications. Remember guys, for all these different projects, if we can do it, you guys can do it. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time.
Passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day. I get lost in the words I say.